Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Occult Cat TV. I'm your host, O'Shea. As well, you can call me Atanu on this day, or just Cool Cat. But today, I know, as much as you want to talk about me, since it's Father's Day, I thought I'd actually make a video on Lucifer, the Emperor of Hell, the Lord and Father of the infernal divine. He who gave birth, not birth, that was Hecate, but he who gave the original seed, insemination of creation that gave birth to Hecate, giving birth to the infernal divine. Because actually, if you guys know, Hecate is as well Lucifer's mother, but also his lover. Hecate is the first one to spawn from source, stem off from source, and then what she did from that was create. So the dark mother stemmed first from source to create Lucifer. You see, for myself, I first thought it was just Lucifer created all the infernal divine, and then I started to realize Lucifer's masculine. How did he give birth to the infernal divine? Why do the demons obey him so much? They obey him because just as Hecate gave birth to him, Hecate also gave him the energies of magic, of the Dark Mother. The Dark Mother flows through Lucifer. And that's what magic is, as well. Magic being, back in Egypt, Heka, Hecate. So Hecate is the goddess of magic, but as well, she's also the original wellspring of magic. She is magic itself. She is source. Magic is what flows through Lucifer, what empowers him and gives him energy. What is that magic? Heka. Heka is flowing through Lucifer, making him so potent, so powerful. And in that way, Lucifer is the father of demons, because in a sense, he was the first demon born. He was the first one created in that way, in that sense. And this is also what gave birth to Satan. So if we look at Lucifer, what is Satan? We can consider Satan his daemon, his evolved self. Just like Abaddon, before becoming Abaddon, he was Apollo. How did he become Apollo? How did he become Apollyon? Abaddon. It was through going into the darkness, going into the night side, the abyss, in which they shed their skin of who they were. They were Lucifer, Apollo, or as well Apollo. Not saying that Lucifer and Apollo are the same, but as well, Lucifer was once Lucifer, just as Apollo was Apollo. And they went through the dark, they went through the abyss, the crossing, and from that they stripped away their illusions, and they found a more powerful form. For Abaddon, for Apollo, this was Abaddon. For Lucifer, this was Satan. So we can look at Satan as his evolved form, that as he was kicking it with the angels, angels like, hey Lucy, you wanna go play some pool? He's like, nah, I'm trying to go more fuck bitches. You're trying to fuck bitches, what? And then it's just like, if you look at Lucifer, he's no common angel. He's not like the rest. He's intelligent. He understands what he wants, and he understands what he needs. And from that, he understands who you're meant to become. So this is why he chose to descend into the night side, into the hell realms, into the infernal, and from it birth a new form, one that must command and rule that empire, that realm, command power. How does he command power? Or how does he command the demons, these spirits? Through his power. So he can't act like an angel among the demons. They'll be like, bro, what the fuck? You're just an angel. No, he had to go about the transmutations and the path to become Satan, to become a more advanced and evolved form of himself. As well, we can look at it in a similar way. I am O'Shea. I'm as well Atanu. What is Atanu? That's for another video. But Atanu is my magic name, is my daemon. I am Atanu. Atanu is I. Just as Lucifer is Satan. But in a sense, Satan isn't Lucifer. He's an evolved form of him. He stems from him. But yeah. As well, Satan is a title as Lucifer is. There's an actual being named Lucifer Morningstar. Morningstar. I really like that. Another friend told me that name, and I was just like, that's Lucifer's original name. That's like Lucifer Morningstar is a good way to call him. So, and as such, I actually dedicate this video to you, Dad, to you, Lucifer. Because for myself, guys, in all honesty, I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a dad growing up. And today is actually Father's Day. And for myself, I was raised by my grandfather, who's he's in the middle of innocence. He's in the abyss. He's passing. But he's making his way through that transition, and I'm all for him. I'm holding sacred space, and I'm giving him my energy and being there for him. I called Anubis for him and stuff. But yeah, so for myself, I'm going through a lot. But that means I should as well push myself forward. That just like my dad did for me. In a sense, my grandpa, adopted by him, he raised me. He was my dad. He raised me to take care of myself, to show me who I am, to be the person that I'm meant to become. The person that stands in front of you here today. Because of him, I'm here. Without him, I wouldn't have had anything. Just like a lot of you guys, like, you guys all have dads, right? Without your dad fucking your mom, it wouldn't have gave birth to you. So be grateful for that. Even if you're not, connected to your dad or you talk to your dad, just show gratitude. Show that spirit. And it's in the same way, like, for myself, Lucifer is my father. I call him Father. I call him Father Lucifer. I say, hey, Dad, I need to talk to you. And it's not just been Lucifer at all. No, it's been Satan as well. It's been the infernal divine and the masculine entities and energies there. Belial, amazing dad. I didn't always call him father, called him more of a brother. Amazing dad. He really teaches you how to take care of yourself as a dad would. He's strong, he's masculine, he's that archetype of the divine masculine, just like Lucifer is. And I want this video to be my gratitude for Lucifer, Belial, Asmodee, Azazel, these different masculine entities that showed me what a dad truly was, what a father is. They are hard and strict on their kid when they need to be, but as well as loving and kind. And they understand that based off what the kid needs. Some kids need love. They give them love. Some kids need to be disciplined. They give them discipline. It's the same with Lucifer. It's the same with the infernal divine. They see what you need, and then they work with you. They empower you. They guide you through it. They walk with you. Just as a dad would, right? If you're playing football or you're getting into a new sport or something new, it's just like Lucifer. I remember when I was all about music. I still am. I love music. But I was all about rap. I was in that phase. I'm really good at rap now, but I was more just catering towards my ego. Then Lucifer came in and he's like, dude, a man doesn't say that. A man doesn't act like that. If you truly want to be a good rapper, a good artist, a good musician, you have to be disciplined. You have to know what you're saying, right? And it wasn't until Lucifer literally showed me the reality of what I could do, of who I could be, what I could achieve, that I started taking my path more serious. I started seeing that all of this was meant for a reason, that I must be picking up this craft, this art, this skill, not just to say words or to have fun, but to actually prove and show I have an influence. Because that's what our words are for. They influence people, whether positively or negatively. Grammar, grimoire, spelling tests, right? We're all tested on our way to spell from the grimoire. So with this video, guys, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information, gnosis, and wisdom on Lucifer, on who he is as a being, what he does, and why he's there for you. And if you're seeing this, there's a reason that you're seeing it, because he's there for you. He's as a father to the children of night, just as Hecate is a mother, and Belial a protector and guardian. I actually remember when I first started working with Lucifer. It was like 4 years ago, three or 4 years ago, around 2018. I even have some of the journals back then that I was writing in, like the first ones, like first day invocation and everything. So guys, we're gonna go into it. I'm gonna show you guys how I started to work with Lucifer and just how it evolved, how it unraveled. So I was working with Thoth, I was working with Horus. I understood psychic abilities and channeling and all that. I was getting into that. I really knew Egyptian magic. And from the Egyptian magic, I believe I was gaining the Sephirothic influence. I believe I was gaining the Sephirothic light. At some point, I was finishing, or I was doing my Sephirothic initiations, and then I was initiated into the qliphoth. I believe that Thoth guided me to go this way. Why? So that I could become stronger, more empowered, and understand a greater aspect of this reality than what I thought. I didn't know all this going into it, but as I started to walk the path, things uncover. So I was led to Lucifer, me thinking it was just another being at first, like, another deity to work with. Oh, you're powerful, I want to work with you, right? It's way more than that. It's way past that, right? Lucifer is one of the beings to work with. Lucifer as well, if we look back in the Egyptian pantheon, was Ra, or is Ra. Those are the same currents of energy. What other being do you look at and you depict as Lucifer other than Ra, the sun god, right? And then also Amun Ra. Ra, the the light and dark aspect of Ra. Amun Ra. We can look at that dark and light. Lucifer, Satan. We can kind of even see that as like a rebrand of energies, because that's what some deities choose to do as deific masks. They choose to come back to reincarnate again as a different being or a different energy, just to show that people, magic, music, abundance, wealth, whatever it might be, right? So we see Lucifer in a lot of different places. We see him in Egypt as Ra, you could say. And then as well, we see him in the Hindu or Vedic pantheon as Shiva. Shiva and Lucifer are one. They are the same current of energies that chose to evolve over time, rebranding itself, taking on different deific masks. But from my understanding from working with Shiva and then Lucifer, I see them as one. As well, Lucifer is also Lu, the Irish sun god. What are some other aspects of Lucifer? Yeah, that's all off the top of my head for that. So I started working with Lucifer about 4 years ago, three or 4 years ago, and little did I know that he would become my main guiding spirit. That I was very close to him, or he was very close to me. He was always guiding me, and he was in the background. Sometimes I'd channel and say things, and now that I look back, even before working with him, that's Lucifer. I remember my mom's like, Lucifer is an evil person. Why would you ever work with Satan or Lucifer? And then I was like, I didn't even work with him, but I was like, he's really not that bad of a guy when you think about it. And I literally remember seeing an image of me and him sitting on a bench as I'm talking to my mom, and she's telling me, "Oh, Lucifer's not that good," right? And he's just telling me like, "Hey, I'm really not that bad of a guy. Like people don't really talk to me much and want to understand me. They just push their agenda on me. They just tell me what I am, but yet they don't know how the world functions. They don't know who they are. Let the sheep endlessly talk about me. Let the sheep tell you who I am, right? But if you actually want to know who I am yourself, invoke me. Work with me. I'm calling you. I'm calling my children back to their original source so that they can become who they're meant to be. I lead you back to source, back to your soul and your psyche. You must awaken it yourself. You must awaken it for the journey to become who you are. The moment that you start to know thyself, this is when everything unfolds. The whole journey and what it is, what you are meant for. But you really have to know yourself. You have to know the path that you walk and that you follow, and with that, who you're meant to become. And from knowing who you're meant to become, then it's all about following the path. Sometimes we don't know who we are until we just start to walk the path. I like music. Should I go about that? Nah, I'll just work my 9 to 5 till I die. That's your path. If you love music, follow it. If you love magic, follow it. Whatever you love, embrace it. Become it. And with that, use that vibration and that frequency from becoming it to enact your will into this reality. And with that, manifest what you desire. Guys, these are all things that Lucifer teaches. When I started to work with him, I thought, oh, he can teach me healing and magic and this and that. And it's not just that. He teaches you how to raise an empire. How to erect an empire through becoming the master of your own reality, through mastering yourself. You become a god. What does Lucifer teach? He teaches you how to become a god, how to master yourself and your magic, how to discipline yourself. Look at my channel, look at all my videos. Literally, look at my evolution and my growth. I am nowhere near the person that I used to be. Oh, is this a new person? No. I grew up. I evolved. I changed. I uncovered my true self, and from that, I no longer see reality how I did. But if you look back in my videos, you can see where I came from. You can see the wisdom that Lucifer instilled within me, Hecate instilled within me. What I've learned from the night side path and vampirism, necromancy, and working with the death current. What have I learned there? All paths are connected through death. All religions, all pantheons have a death god. So death is what connects all paths. Through death, through dying, we become the all. From dying to what we were and who we were and dissolving our ego and choosing to dissolve that false sense of self, we uncover our true self and who we're meant to be. And this is Lucifer, a guiding light along the path, a torch in the night. He leads us to our destiny. He shows us our path. And with that, he walks it with us until we're adult enough, until we're grown enough to understand that this path is alone, is loneliness. We walk it ourselves. That even though these deities are with us, maybe we have a friend that we're doing rituals with, that at its core, everything is for us. The path that we walk is our own. That we do all this work in order to know ourselves. And from going through the Sephiroth, we become the angelic king, the Lucifer, right? And then And then from this we go into the qliphoth, right? We go into hell to destroy ourselves, to go through those trials, and with each trial, with each deity, with each being, to destroy that sphere, consume that sphere, and then reprogram its influence so it's no longer attacking us, but instead it now works for us, just as Lucifer. Lucifer had to go through hell. He had to go through the night side in order to gain leadership, gain ruling, gain command over the demons as an emperor, as an infernal king, or as an infernal king. He's gained his throne. How? Through his power. He showed the demons how strong he is, how powerful he is, what he's been through, and from that, they respect him. That's how you gain respect, is from becoming your greatest version, from being disciplined, from going through the grindstone, going through all this immense heat and pressure to become the black diamond. And from that, Lucifer, from his trials, from gaining power, he then created and amassed his own empire within the infernal realm, using all of the demons, using all of these spirits. This is why Lucifer is so powerful. He knows all things. He's omnipotent, or omnipotent. He's omnipotent. He sees all. He knows all. He can be anywhere at any time. But it's at the same time. This is actually what makes Lucifer such a good ruler, emperor, and king. Because all the demons obey him. They obey his command because they know he knows the way. He knows what to do. He's powerful. He's a strong leader. What makes the best leader isn't someone that just knows everything, that can do everything, right? The best leader, the best ruler is someone that can delegate each position to the person meant for that position so that they can rule that area. So this is why we work with Lucifer, in order to understand the infernal divine, in order to better work with them. So some people will go to like a random like Gaap, right? They'll just start working with him or something, or Bune. But then at some point, if Lucifer's calling to you and you're not working with him, through that being will lead you to Lucifer to work with him. Why? Because you can either give a spirit, a random qliphothic being, blood, or your time, or your frequency, or you can give Lucifer those things. And then from that, you have control over hell, because he teaches you how to oversee hell, to create truly what it is that you desire, to amass your kingdom. And that's why, I don't have my book right now, but that's why there's so many spirits, so many different spirits with different abilities and how it is they can help you. So like, you're working with Lucifer, right? For my path working with the demonic kings, he told me, I believe it was, I work with Lucifer, and then after that, I go to Belial, and then guys, there's just so many spirits I worked with. After that, I believe I was working with like King Paimon, and then he was prepping me. I was working with Azazel heavily, and then at some point he led me to Belial, and then Lucifer. After that, he's like, oh, you finished work with Belial, go to Abaddon. And it was all like he was paving the way. He was showing me who I needed to work with, and through each being, each deity that I was working with, I gained more of myself. I gained more of who I was. It's like he knew, like, oh, you're missing this, work with Abaddon. Oh, you're missing this, work with Belial. And then it's like pieces to the puzzle. I'm gaining the different pieces of the beings I'm working with, and I'm learning. From Belial, I learned transmutation. I learned alchemy. I learned deity, like selfhood or deityship, right? I learned how to be a god, self-sacrifice. That you need to sacrifice certain things like addictions or time in order to acquire what you desire. Belial heavily taught me that, and again, but it's all from Lucifer. Lucifer was the first one to really show me, like, hey bro, I run this bitch. You want to know how? I'm going to teach you how. Because I remember when I went to the demonic kings and I was like, I want to sit at your table. I want to be where you're at. Show me. And then literally, oh, you want to be where we're at? Then we'll show you. And that triggered a whole bunch of initiations and trials that I went through. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but at the same time, we go through that. We died to the experience in order to cross the abyss, to become a god, to become Lucifer, to become our greatest version, our greatest self, and who we're meant to be. And that's what we're meant for. That's why Lucifer's here. He guides the ascending souls back to source, back to where they're meant to be. And then from that, he liberates them. So Lucifer was the first god that truly showed me liberation, showed me freedom. How? By just throwing me into the qliphoth. You have to go through that. Survive that, you are free. And this is Lucifer's energy, because it was the same with him. He was in the darkness, unknowing. He didn't have guidance. He did, in a sense, he had his intuition, he had his knowing, but that's all he had. And he teaches you the same. That's all you need. And with that, follow it. Follow me, and I will show you. I will lead you to glory. I will lead you to greatness. I will lead you to who you're meant to become, and I will show you how to create and amass your empire. But first, you must go through the trials. The trials, as much as we hate them, they're what shape us. They're what create us into who we're meant to become. So with that, I'm grateful for the trials. I'm grateful for everything that I've went through. And I thank you, Lucifer. I thank you for the trials. I thank you for the love, the inspiration. If you never would have created a hell, if you never would have done all of this and shown me that I could do that, I'd still be in the same place. I'd be nothing. So with this video, guys, I want to say thank you to Lucifer. Truly, thank you, Lucifer. I'm grateful for everything that you've given to me. All that you've brought into my life and showed me that I could become. You helped me learn discipline. That's the one skill, if anyone's going to learn discipline. Why? Oh, I don't want to go to the gym today. Just fucking go. Do it. Oh, I don't want to go to work today. Just do it. You got to do it. Do it. Oh, I don't want to make money today. Just do it. Do what you feel called to do and embrace who you're meant to become. Embrace the path and just do it. It's like Lucifer. Did he question, do I need to do this? No, he just did it. Follow your intuition. Follow your path. And with that, become who you're meant to become. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much the video on Lucifer, giving you a little bit about him, a little bit about my journeys with him, what he's done for me. What Lucifer can truly do for you, what he can help you do, is to ascend the qliphoth. He's one of the beings, one of the main ones that if you make a pact with to ascend the qliphoth, to master yourself, to do anything of this nature, then he can help you with that. As well as manifesting abundance, creating a new life for yourself, manifesting the things that you desire. Most importantly, he wishes for your ascension. So if you're going to make a pact with him or work with him in any way, dictate to him, say, I want you to help me in my ascension. I want you to help me become my greatest, to help me regain my source and become my true self. See, these things, when you make a pact with him for that, other than frivolous, stupid, mundane shit, he'll see what you truly want. He'll see what you truly desire and give that to you. I didn't really get into this for money or fame or this and that, but if you do work with him, these things will just naturally come to you because he will make you good at what you do. So for myself, singing, rap, music, he's really helped me in. He's the god of music. He's shown me how to be an enlightened or an enlightening artist, an enlightened rapper. So I'm not just talking about everything that everyone else is. I'm talking about truth. I'm talking about source. And I'm grateful that he led me to that. So when you start working with him, he will show you source. He will show you who you are and who you're meant to be in the same way that he's done for me. My whole channel, for myself, I'm an emissary of Lucifer. I am a Lucifer. And that's why I'm guiding in the same way, guiding souls back to where they're meant to go. And that's why I make videos like this, content like this. That's why I do fate and destiny readings for my services. I do fate and destiny readings. Originally $80 for the in-depth ones. They're $40 for this one. The $40 one overall reading is now $25. And I'm also doing consultations at the moment for the solstice, as well as new solstice. What's up? That's so dope. I'm doing consultations, just $25. Pretty much all my services are $25 at the moment. As well, originally the Lucifer attunement was $68. And I'm actually dropping that down today for Father's Day and as well the solstice. That's just going to be $25. But everything's going back up after the solstice. So if you were wanting to get a consultation with me, or if you really like this video, again, that stuff's just $25 at the moment. That's like chump change. That's nothing. So get that as it's there. That is for you guys from Lucifer. And then so yeah, on top of that, all the prices are going back after, and I will also be raising my prices. So know that after the solstice, I've had a lot of clients, and everything is energy, guys. That's why again, even this price, I wish I could drop it lower, but I still have to make a living. But I do want to help you guys out if you are in the qliphoth working with these beings and you don't know what's going on. That's why at the moment the prices are this much. So email me if you desire a consultation. Email me at occultcattv@gmail.com. That's again occultcattv@gmail.com. And then I'll respond to you. I'm pretty fast on my responses. As well, you can message me on Instagram, same name, occultcat or occultcattv. And besides that, I also offer like just a list of services. I teach Egyptian magic. I teach Hindu or Vedic magic, how to work with Shiva, Ganesh, and just a lot of different beings. So if you find yourself needing help spiritually in any way, I am at my core a conscious coach, and I as well teach meditation. And then on top of that, I teach the Sephiroth, qliphoth, and how to transcend those systems, work with those beings so that you can get out and have a fun time. And with that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Lord Lucifer. Thank you. And with that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay studying, stay meditating, stay elevated, and continue to follow the path and become you. And with that, guys, I'm out. Peace. This is Occult Cat TV as well. And then if you want my Patreon too, I just throwing that out there. It's down in the description. But I offer a monthly ritual empowerment as well as many videos, just like the ones that you're watching, just like this one on. So with that, guys, have a beautiful day. Peace. I'm out. Namaste.